Everybody, I'm Laura Ashley Abraham. Actually,
no, she isn't. No, she's not. She is Swami Laura Ashley Abraham today. If you haven't noticed, take a nice look at her third eye. I love it.
I know.
She really does look like a goddess. She thought she was joking when she first put it on. I'm like, oh my gosh, you look so beautiful. Oh, and you have to see her. Go ahead, make a noise so it goes to you.
Okay. So I know I put this on, it's my necklace, and it got stuck. And I'm like, ooh, this is fun. I've got a little bit of my Hindu, my Indian going on here. So I'm bringing forward my past life from another lifetime today. I know, I was cracking myself up. So we were trying to figure out, Saraswati. Do you know who's Saraswati? Who is that?
Isn't that Saraswati? Isn't that Parvati is the wife of we need Nahush here. Oh geez, I know this. Go ahead, keep talking. I'm gonna find this.
Okay, yeah, because I kept hearing that name. So anyways, I am gonna put my necklace back on properly.
Yeah, go ahead.
But we wanted to start with that today. See, you never know what you're gonna get. Which version of Swami, who am I again? Swami Laura
Ashley Abraham.
Okay, and so
even like those hyphens there. So the interesting thing, well, Parvati is Ganesha's mom and the wife to Lord Shiva. So Saraswati. Oh, I know that. Oh, you know what? We have all of our we need to do a goddess one. That's what we need to do. Anyway, go ahead. Twink. Are you all set now?
Kind of. My little heart fell off. I'm gonna have to fix it. Oh no. So today, what are we talking about again? Oh, a couple different things. So as Tinkerbell is doing that, thank you so much everybody for watching. Again, we know that this is not an easy time. I was thinking about this after our video yesterday, and we're not trying to diminish what's going on, and we're not trying to downplay it, because it is serious, and there are a lot of people that are sick. And so that's why we're doing Reiki every day, to send Reiki to everybody and asking that we all do it as a group energy. If you can, at 8 o'clock every night. And if you can't, just thinking about sending love to everybody around the world, seeing everybody surrounded in love, that will be very helpful too, because your energy does make a difference. It does matter. And your thoughts and the things you think and what you put out really does have an impact. I know my guides have told me that they want me to be channeling and bringing forward messages for you and meditations and different things. So I'm probably going to be doing some meditations and recording them separate from the videos. A lot of people, may be home, whatever, working from home right now. So we want to try to keep the videos a little bit shorter, but I keep talking. So, okay, go ahead, Ting.
No, and so do I. I mean, you have two people who love to talk. So we keep saying we're only going to do 10, 15-minute videos. And the next thing you know, 40 minutes later, we're still going. So Sarasvati is actually a Hindu goddess of the arts. She helps us with all creative expressions, such as music, writing, dancing, and eloquent speaking.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, she's also the wife of Brahma, which is the creator of the creator god in Hinduism. So that's interesting. And then Brahma,
I kept hearing Saraswati, and I didn't know why I kept hearing that name.
Yeah, and so that's really cool. And then maybe we're meant to talk about this. And then I love Hinduism. I mean, I love all religions. I think they all are great. As long as it works for someone, that's beautiful. Just, whatever. And as long as it helps people, then how can that be wrong, right? But it's interesting because then Brahma created Vishnu. Vishnu is Krishna is one of the incarnations of Vishnu. So it's kind of like a tear down.
That was funny when you said obviously. I'm like, obviously? What? Huh? because I don't know.
I don't know a lot about it. I just know a little bit because I have all the statues up here. I have Lord Shiva, I have Ganesh, I have Krishna and Radha. I mean, I know a little bit about each of them, but I really do resonate with Hinduism, Buddhism, kind of but in Christianity, I mean, all of them. It's just, we welcome all. We do.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's bringing forward lots of peace and love. That's the whole thing.
Yes.
They're very calming to me. The energies of that. Oh, you missed it.
She jolted.
I gave her chills. If you missed it yesterday, she has some kind of electric charge going to her now when she gets chills. Actually, this is interesting because you did a meditation, and after the meditation was when that happened, and it opened up something.
Yep. Absolutely, it did open up something. So listen to meditations, and I know Twink has a lot of great ones, and I can't wait for her to release those. That's why I do think we should do them separately too, so that way people will, because some people may not listen to the end of the video and may not get to the meditation. So if you do them separately, they can actually just click on the meditations. No, I did this meditation, and it was basically during the meditation, it was a guided one, and it said, but basically see this light, this transmission. When I saw the light, it jolted throughout my entire body. And now every time I get chills, I get that same jolt. It's the coolest thing. I mean, it looks funky though, but it is kind of cool. So yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to do my best to try to get her. I'm trying to think of what can I give her chills on, but I'm working on it.
I know. You've already done it. I know. You just did it.
Yeah, but they didn't see you. They couldn't see you because I can see when the screen is on me or on you, and they couldn't see it.
Listen here, you heathen. So not only now is she trying to exploit my electricity over here, I know she's also trying
to entertain our viewers, okay?
She's also trying to give up my necklace, just so you know. Yeah, she didn't mention it, but she was going to mention it. I found this. I don't know if you can see it.
She found it. Go ahead. No, I'm just teasing.
I did. It was in my basement. So she said we should let people know in case it's someone, came over for like Reiki or something. I'm like, no, what are you talking about? This is a gift from the universe. So anyway, I did find it. So if it is anyone, just let me know. I'm sure it's real, a real diamond. But anyway.
Well, you have had that, just so everybody knows, seriously, you have had it where they have taken your jewelry and then brought it back at different times, random times. So it could be yours from a long time.
They like spirit, you mean, or they people?
They like spirit,
Yes.
Sorry.
They do take my stuff. They do. It'll be gone. The next thing you know, it'll be sitting right in plain view where I was, like you could totally see it. Yeah, I know. And though the fairies love to play, they're mischievous. I know everyone thinks they're all cute, and they are really cute, but they can be a little mischievous too. So good news. I just received notice that they are extending the deadline for taxes to July 15th. So with everything going on, Twink and I, what we want to do is spread some good news. Okay, every time we do a video, we'd like to give some good news. So this is the good news for today. Yay! For those of you who are procrastinating, not like me.
Or me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who are still trying to get their stuff done, which I'm almost done, but this is great news. Okay, great news. So we don't need to do the taxes till July 15th, according to USA News. The other thing too, is I know there was talk of them doing the mandatory shutdown for 2 weeks where everybody had to be like quarantined for 2 weeks and not able to leave the house. And it looks like the governor has said that that is not going to happen. So can't say for sure what's going to happen, if it's true or not true. We're just sharing what we hear, and then you guys can do with it with what you will. Okay. What other good news do we have, Twinkle Toes?
Connie's running for president. No.
Yes! Yes! If I knew anything about politics, I totally would, but we all know that that's not the case. Okay, so I'm surprised I know who the president is, okay? And I'm surprised I know that the governor is a female, because I may or may not have known that up until recently. Just kidding. Anyway, go ahead, Twink.
Okay. So, yeah, this is not going to be a political show. Just
No.
FYI, this is, we're going to talk about things that are going to be, maybe we may, bring forward stuff like that, because we did discuss this before, and we do want to bring forward good news for you guys, or things that, come forward that we can share with you. So one of the things when the virus, when they started talking about it, and they were really, everybody was getting really concerned, this was maybe last week, I have cards, oracle decks and different cards on my phone. So we have, the actual cards, we have a ton of them, but there are times where they're on my phone and I just want to pull from a deck. This deck is, let me see, I'll have to tell you after I read it. It's one of my favorite decks, and I went to go order it and I wasn't able to at the time, and so I had it downloaded on my phone, and it's really one of my favorites. It seems to be really accurate and very helpful. So this particular card, I was asking, because when you ask a question, when you're going to pull a card, you want to be specific about what your question is. And I was asking, what is the purpose for what is happening? Or give me some guidance about what is going on. Why? It was something to that effect I was asking the question of. And the card that I got was called Surrender. And I'll just show you, it looks like that, Surrender. And
that's pretty. I like the colors. It's interesting that it's red and orange and yellow, which are, and going up into the green, the colors of the chakra, which are, it is basically the root and the sacral and your solar plex. So it's all the lower chakras relating to materialist, like security, home, will, creativity. Anyway, sorry, go ahead. I just saw that, but go ahead.
No, that was really interesting, because remember yesterday we were saying that about the 3 lower chakras.
Yeah.
So it's interesting you just said that. I didn't even make the connection of that. It says, release and surrender all control and let nature take its course. You have done all you can do. This situation calls for you to release control and surrender. When you are no longer trying to control things and you let them take their natural course, surprising outcomes are likely to take place. What you think you need and what is for your highest good are 2 different things. Now is the time for you to ask for what is in your highest good and the highest good of everyone involved. Be willing to step back, let go of this situation, and you will see it begin to move on its own accord. You are not meant to control this. It is out of your hands. Be open-minded and be willing to look at the bigger picture. This situation is bigger than just you. It involves the fate of many. When you let go and ask for the highest good to unfold for everyone involved, you may be surprised at what happens next. Know that spirit is in charge, and when you surrender and trust, everything will work out. Everything will shift in a way that is even better than you had hoped for. Your soul is asking you to let go and surrender this situation over to a higher power. I love that. I really love that, because it gets us out of trying to control this and letting that go, and recognizing that this is bigger than all of us. And there is a purpose, and we may not be able to see it. This is something Connie and I talk about with our clients and coach our clients on all the time. It's one of the most difficult lessons I have found, is being able to let go and trust that there's a purpose or a reason for things beyond what we can understand or know. And that everything happens, and I know it's such a touchy subject. Everything happens the way that it's meant to, the way that it's supposed to, and for a reason, regardless of if we can understand it. And I can always go back to the negative things that have happened in my life. When I look back at the situation of like my divorce, and why that had to happen, when I look back, I see the positives that came out of it. And so that's, again, something that we're going to be talking about throughout this process. I know for me, one of the positive things that I've noticed is I've noticed how I'm grateful for the little things. And we have so much. We really, really have so much. Each one of us, no matter what your level of income, where you live, in where we are, most of us have so much abundance. I mean, just even going through my cupboards, you know, I'm like looking through my cupboards, and my mom said, you know, do you have enough food? Do you have enough stuff? Yeah, I do. I have plenty. You know, I have beans, I have rice, you know, a big package of that, you know, canned goods. I'm so grateful for what I do have, and that I'm able to have as much abundance. And so being able to let go, and at this time surrender and trust that I literally, for me, I'm working on that too, because you get caught up in the fear. What if this? What if that? What if that? So bring yourself back to self-awareness and breathe. I'm okay right now. I'm okay right now. I'm okay in this moment. I'm okay. My loved ones are okay. I'm okay. And surrender. So go ahead, Tink. I really wanted to share that with everybody because I really love that card.
It's perfect. Honestly, it's actually perfect. A couple things is about the pantry. You really couldn't have picked a better card, honey. Your guys were like right on with that one for sure. But it was fun because before you even mentioned about cleaning out the pantry, Alexandra started cleaning one of ours out. And so we started playing a game, who could find the oldest expiration date in there. Yeah. You know, this may or may not be a true story. It was like 2012 was the oldest expiration date. Yeah. Seriously. Okay, it is a true story. Yeah. So anyway, you might be surprised what you find in your pantry, right? You never.
I was just gonna say, let's do a challenge, okay? Who has the oldest expiration date out there?
Yeah, absolutely. I just got chills on that. Woo, there we go. No, just kidding. So is it going to be older than mine, or am I going to be the winner? Am I going to be the winner of the oldest expiration date? We'll see. We'll definitely have to check that. The other thing too, and it's interesting with that card about surrendering, to me, what this is doing is it's forcing change. It's forcing change individually, collectively, and globally. It's forcing how we do, looking at how we do things, and even with like Mother Earth. And if you notice during this time, did you notice all the high winds and everything that's going on? And some people have had tornadoes, and it's really forcing change. And also it's forcing people to be more independent. And well, let me back up. If you notice the cards of the week that were pulled for each day, or card of the day, it was all about, several of them were all were about the same message: change. There were, I think, 2 or 3 cards during this week referred to change. Then there was also independence. There were a couple cards about being independent. And then there were a few cards about self-care and self-love. So this is forcing all of this to happen, because you are being forced to stay home. You're being, in some ways, right? We're being forced, I hate to say it, but to spend time with the family. So how is that going to shake out? We don't know. It could be really good, or maybe not so good, depending on, but we're going to send out lots of love and light so that it is good. But it's all about surrendering, because all of this is supposed to happen. So how is this going to shake out? And trust, however it shakes out is how it's supposed to be for your highest and greatest good. Some of it may obviously appear really good. Others may appear like it's going to be more chaotic. So, but just trust, because in chaos, there's always opportunity, and chaos creates change. So embrace the change, because it's needed. And that's what's going on. To me, that's what I see with all of this, of what's going on. So I am embracing it, because it's if you don't, then you're resisting. And when you resist, that's when the fear can set in, because you're resisting, you're fearing change or how what different outcomes could be, I guess. I don't know where they're going with this, but anyway, it's more about what the card said, is just trusting it and let go of what can happen tomorrow. And like the channeled message was, I think that I got yesterday, the day before, it's the guides were saying, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what's going to, all you know is right now. How can you make an impact in this moment right now? And that's what you want to focus on. So take a minute and think of that. What would be how can you make the biggest impact right now in this moment? And then maybe it's just resting. Maybe it's, again, like we keep talking about, putting something off that you know you want to do and get it done. Go ahead, Twink.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said everything, really. What I see with this, and for me, is it's forcing all of us to look at what's really important. And I have taken, I feel like I've been really taking stock and inventory on what matters. And this is for all of us. And, you know, sometimes even just the waste that we do on a daily basis, like the paper towels and really the toilet paper, you know, we were making a, you know, joke about, okay, you know, you only get 2 sheets. You know, it was.
Who was making a joke? That's not going to happen in my household.
No, not you. Me and my sister, we were joking about that, right? Have you limited your consumption of everything? I mean, really being aware, I guess, maybe, not maybe, it really truly is about being more aware of everything. What you do impacts your world. It impacts everything. So every little amount that I was even noticing, like with my spaghetti jars, you know, that I had made a big batch of spaghetti sauce so I could freeze it. Should I not throw out, recycle, because I recycle, but should I recycle the jars or should I hang on to them? You know, it made me think of, will I need them? And it's just making me think more about my waste and what my role is in conserving in all areas, really, really conserving. And then also, how can I give back and help other people who needs my help? And it's so easy for us to focus on ourselves and to think, oh my gosh, you know, we got caught up in that too, you know, going to the store and getting everything, and all of us had to do that. We all had to do that. That was a necessity to get everything, to make sure that we're stocked up just in case. But at the same time, okay, now we're kind of in that space of, now what's going to happen in the next few weeks? And we're all like in a waiting space. How can we help? How can you reach out and help somebody who may need help? And that's what we're going to be doing for each other. I know that's what a lot of this is about, is your neighbors. Maybe you can't see each other face to face, and some people are going to feel very isolated, and being home can make you feel that way sometimes when you can't get out and you can't go somewhere. So just take some time to be grounded and centered. If you need to reach out to somebody, reach out to a friend. That, I feel, always helps to make you feel better too, to be giving back. Go ahead, Tink.
Yeah, no, I love that. That's absolutely true. Nope, I agree. Oh, the jars. You brought up the jars. That's a good point. I actually do save most of those. Not all of them, but especially the large ones, because I can actually put, like last night, you'd be proud of me. No, most of the time I have stuff in the fridge, I end up throwing it out when it's leftovers. So we had that leftover, those chicken strips that we made from class. I made chicken soup out of that. I actually cut those strips up, and then I had celery and carrots, and I made chicken soup out of it. But I save those jars to put stuff like soup in, and like stuff like that you can store, that's easier to store in something like that. So interesting that you brought that up. Yeah, very good.
Resourceful. We're all being resourceful, and we're all looking at how can we conserve, right? And I was thinking that too. I'm like, okay, what needs to get eaten now? Because I don't want to go into the freezer stuff. I want to eat what's in my fridge. So we're all really, really being aware and conscious of that. And to not be wasteful.
Right. Yep. No, I agree. All right. I think that should be we good for today. Anything else?
I think we're good for today. We are going to, I know Connie and I are going to be doing group readings. We can talk about that.
Virtual. Yeah, virtual group readings online. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah. So we're going to let you guys know some dates. And if you're looking to get a reading, we're going to do half-hour readings, and we're going to have some time slots for everybody. And then what we'll do is just like this, we'll send a link through Zoom, and then you're going to get both of us, and you don't have to go anywhere, and we don't have to go anywhere. So I'm so excited because I think this is going to really help a lot of people. That way you can get a half-hour reading, because we don't do that. We don't, unless we do a group party. And that's one of the ways we're giving back too. So go ahead, Tina.
No, I love it. And the first one I think we have scheduled, is it for, what's the date? I don't have my calendar. It's not this Friday, next Friday. So it would be the
27th.
27th. Yeah, in 1 week is going to be our first virtual one. So yes, a link should go out probably later on today about that. And yeah, you'll be able to sign up. You can purchase more. You can do an hour if you'd like. Whatever you feel, but they will be in 30-minute increments. And I believe it's going to be 10 to 2. No, I'm sorry. Is it 10 to 2? What did we say?
I'm so sorry. I don't have it in front of me.
It is in my calendar, but it's out. We'll send it out. I think there's going to be a morning slot, like, and then basically 5 to 8 also. So there's going to be an evening slot as well. So those who still are working will be able to also jump in the evening on next Friday. So yeah, super excited. I think it's going to be so much fun. We do these routinely through Zoom. All around the country. So it definitely doesn't lower the strength or the connection or anything like that. It's just as if you were in person. And you get to see us both at the same time, just like you would if you were in person. So it's going to be fun. Fun time for all. Yay.
Yeah. So that first one we're going to do again is March 27th.
Yes.
Friday, March the 27th. And then we're going to, we'll post that information on Facebook. Are we sending out an email? We probably will.
We are. Yep, it will be sent out by email as well as Facebook and Instagram.
Awesome. And our Facebook page is the Soul Healing Center 444. Yay! All right, everybody. Have a magical day. Go ahead, Tink.
Have a magical day and night filled with peace, love, and light. Until tomorrow.